It was the killing of Ahmaud Arbery that ignited peaceful rallies in Georgia last month, drawing national attention. Investigators say the 25-year-old was followed, confronted, and fatally shot in a Brunswick neighborhood on February 23rd. Almost 3 months later, though, cell phone video of his death was released, leading to the arrest of a white father and son, Gregory and Travis McMichael, and later charges for William Bryan, who recorded that video. A hearing for all three suspects is set for tomorrow. Our Reveal investigator Andy Parati joining us now live outside the Glenn County Courthouse. And Andy, what are we expecting tomorrow?
Hi, Jennifer. What you can expect tomorrow is new evidence we haven't heard before. This is a hearing that is set up by the defense team, requested by the defense team to essentially challenge the arresting officer and ask the judge whether he believes there's enough evidence in this case to proceed. In this case, the arresting officer is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Now, both sides, the state and the defense, have not seen the complete case file in this case, but the district attorney, Joyette Holmes, has seen enough preliminary evidence to make her believe that the charges should continue. Now, Georgia's Attorney General appointed Holmes as a special prosecutor after two previous district attorneys declined to prosecute the case. It's expected that the defense will ask the judge to release the McMichaels and Bryan on bond. All three men will appear through video conferencing from jail, not in person. Arbery's family is expected to be in court and may be given an opportunity to speak. The hearing is scheduled for 9:30 in the morning. Demonstrations and protesters are expected. Jennifer.
Andy, it does take a grand jury to indict someone in Georgia for murder, so a lot of folks wondering why that hasn't happened, why we haven't seen a grand jury convened yet.
Yeah, that's a good question, and you can't right now. The Georgia Supreme Court has suspended all juries from happening until at least June 12th. Even if that does expire on June 12th, it could take many more months to convene a new grand jury. Jennifer.
All right, Andy Parati reporting from Glenn County. Thank you so much.